Greetings, everyone. Over the past 7 weeks, we had the opportunity to explore various ethical systems, identifying their characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses. Today, I'll be reflecting on how these ethical systems, particularly Christian ethics, can be integrated into personal and professional domains, such as spiritual, social, professional, and philosophical aspects of life. To provide to provide context for this analysis, I'll begin by sharing a summary of my own worldview, vision, and mission. This will give you an insight on how I perceive and approach the world. I grew up in El Salvador, a small country in Central America surrounded by challenges like crime, poverty, and political corruption. These circumstances led me to place a high value on God, family, friends, and personal development. From this experience, I've developed a worldview grounded in the belief that God has given everyone the power to control their own destiny, while also helping others discover and reach their own. My vision is to continuously grow in all aspects of my life. This means seeking wisdom from God, never assuming I know everything, and maintaining a balance between work, relationships, and personal well-being. I believe that personal growth is a lifelong journey. My mission is to fully embrace every second of life, striving to reach my full potential in all areas, and positively contributing to family, friends, and the community. As stated in Peter 4:10, as each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's very grace. This mission reminds me that every day is an opportunity to serve others and grow in my faith. Christian ethics in personal life. Christian ethics provides a strong foundation for decision making, both in personal life and interaction with others. At the core of Christian ethics is the wisdom found in the Bible, which serves as both a moral compass and a guide for living in righteous life. As Wilkins states, the Bible is not only a historical record of God's interaction with humanity, but also a reliable source of moral guidance, where Christians' virtues are shaped by the story of God's relationship with the world. I practice Christian ethics in four significant roles: father, husband, friend, and leader. I will explain how these ethical principles guide me in each of these areas. As a father, I have a 3-year-old daughter named Diana. Children, especially at her age, are highly impressionable, absorbing everything for their environment, including the habits and values of their parents. The example I set as a father will have a lasting impact on how she understands God and Christian ethics. One of the most important ways to show this is through consistent prayer. Praying with her throughout the day allows me to instill in her the value of constant communication with God, showing her that prayer is vital to her well-being and relationship with God. Additionally, Jesus' teachings about love and compassion reminds me that as a Christian father, I must demonstrate patience, kindness, and consistency in my relationship with her. I am responsible for showing her what unconditional love looks like and helping her develop a Christ-centered worldview. As a husband, marriage requires consistent effort from both sides, and Christian ethics offers valuable lessons about love, respect, and sacrificial service in marriage. I've been married for 7 years, and my wife started practicing Christianity just 2 years ago. Ethical dilemmas have arisen in our marriage, but Christian ethics the past 2 years has always been the foundation for resolving them. As a Christian, I have a responsibility to guide and support my wife on her journey of faith by practicing values such as honesty, compassion, and patience. I strive to strengthen our relationship and then help us grow together spiritually. The scriptures provide a common ground for marriage, reminding us that love is not only about romantic feelings but about selfless service to one another. Ephesians 5:25 teaches husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church, which requires me to prioritize her needs and serve her with humility and patience. As a friend and leader, in my roles as a friend and leader, I draw a Christian virtue of loyalty, encouragement, and servant leadership. One of the key principles I follow is the idea that happiness comes from moral goodness, as highlighted in natural law ethics. Aquinas teaches that doing what is good will lead to happiness, and this is something I apply both personally and as a leader, as stated in the book Beyond Bumper Stickers Ethics by Wilkins. In my relationship with my friends, I strive to embody the love and support that Jesus showed to his disciples, creating genuine, loving friendships built on trust and encouragement. As a leader, I aim to guide others with compassion, helping them build a relationship with God and encouraging them to embrace Christian virtues. Many of the people I lead have distant or difficult relationships with God, and I hope to use my Christian influence to help them find a stronger connection with Him. In my professional life, I play several roles: aircraft mechanic, air transportation journeyman, and private pilot. As I work towards higher leadership roles, such as rated officer in the Air Force Reserve, or airline captain, I see Christian ethics as a way to guide my professional decisions and actions. However, in accordance with Gill in 2004, in his Business and Professional Ethics Journal article, it states that business leaders like Kenneth Lay of the Enron scandal have unfortunately given a negative reputation to the ethics of business leaders. However, by adhering to Christian values such as integrity, honesty, and fairness, I can help reshape this narrative and promote ethical leadership in the aviation industry. By integrating Christian ethics into my professional life, I strive to lead by example, treating others with respect and ensuring that decisions are made with integrity. I hope to influence those around me to follow similar ethical principles and use their positions to contribute to a culture of justice and compassion. Ethical decision and ethics decision process. Ethical decision making is a complex process. Ethical decision making is a complex process, especially when faced with dilemmas that lack clear answers. As Wilkins suggests, divine law is above natural law, and while reason is important, it must be guided by faith. Fiveable.com assures that today many people turn to moral pragmatism, evaluating the outcomes of the different actions rather than strictly adhering to predefined rules. Me personally follow a structured ethical decision-making process, especially in leadership roles. This process outlined in ethical decision-making in management encourages leaders to cultivate an ethical culture by leading by example and being empathetic during ethically ambiguous situations. In crisis, it is crucial to show compassion, act responsibly, and quickly set a moral tone for the organization. Social media, as we all know, has changed the speed and nature of information dissemination, and handling ethical crisis well can protect an individual's or organization's reputation. The process I follow, adopted from David Gill's article Application Upgrading the Ethical Decision Making Model for Business, includes 8 steps: gather the facts, define the ethical issues or values, identify the affected parties and stakeholders, identify consequences, identify obligations, consider your character and integrity, think creatively about potential actions, check your gut. By following these steps, I can assure that ethical decisions are made with careful consideration and guided by both reason and faith. To conclude, Christian ethics has deeply influenced my personal and professional life, whether in my roles as a father, husband, friend, or leader, I strive to always live by the principles of love, integrity, and compassion that are central to Christian teachings. In the workplace, these same principles guide my decision and interactions, helping me promote a culture of ethical behavior and responsible leadership. As I continue to grow in my faith and understanding of Christian ethics, I aim to apply these values not just for my own benefit, but to positively impact those around me. Cultivate an ethical culture by leading by example and being empathetic during ethically ambiguous situations. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to share these past 8 weeks with all of you. I hope nothing but the best for you, and God bless.